So I think we've set him up very well. He is, as I said, we love the Leicester Riders, and so and he is the man that gets the money into the club to keep it vibrant and successful. And he's a funny guy too, and he's lovely. So are you ready for your last comedian of this section? Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Please put your hands together for the legend that is Mr. Ian Davidson, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Davidson.
Just for one day.
Evening, everybody. Great to be here at the Y Theatre tonight. Thanks for supporting the charity. Not so great to be up here, to be honest. I don't normally get nervous, but I'm a little bit nervous tonight. I only get nervous generally once a month when I open my wife's credit card bill. That's always a little bit of a shocker. She's been really kind to me this morning. She kissed me on both cheeks, which was great because I was tying my shoes at the time. That was... Thank you, Peter. That's very kind. Yeah. She said to me this morning, how long are you going to keep going for tonight? I said, 5 minutes. She said, Jesus, good luck with that one. I haven't done 5 minutes for 30 years, apparently. The last one was featured on the Antiques Roadshow with someone called Hugh Scully. I got no idea. Do you remember that, Peter? Yeah. Haven't got a clue. 30 years since I did 5 minutes. And that really wasn't 5 minutes, to be honest, because that included a meal, a shower, before and after. So it wasn't really 5 minutes. Yeah, she's been really horrible to me recently. In the last couple of years, I've put on a few kgs with good living, working for the Riders, eating too many hot dogs. And she said to me the other day, I've got more chins than the Hong Kong phone directory. Oh, that's a shocker. Thanks, that's very kind of you. Thank you, sir. You're doing well tonight, aren't you? The light's reflecting off your forehead, though. That's a bit of a problem. Got more... Phone directories. Does anyone still use phone directories? I mean, I've got loads of them at home. I think we'll take them to Abbey Park bonfire next week and get rid of them all. No one uses them anymore. She took me to Antiques Fair a couple of weeks ago. I was looking at this horrible frame thing on the wall. And I said, what's that, love? She said, it's a mirror, darling. She's been quite helpful, though, during this process. She's brought me this little, very tiny dictation machine, tape recorder, so that when I'm driving around, if I see something that inspires me to include in this, what's laughingly called humour, I could, say it into the machine, wind it back when I get it and write it down. So she said to me this morning, do you use your dictaphone? I said, no, love, I use my finger like everybody else, yeah? I think I'm allowed one old one, aren't I, to be fair, yeah? Thank you, Jeff. It's nice to see you. All right. I, Sue and myself, are blessed with an astonishingly beautiful 7-year-old granddaughter. Her name's Amy. I love her very much. Her mum's up there. Hello, gorgeous. I love you. She said to me recently, Grandad, can you buy me a pet? So I said, yes. So we live in Syston. It's not exactly Belgravia, but it's not too bad. So there's a big pet shop there. So I entered into the pet shop. We bought a rabbit. I was going to call it Snowy, but couldn't because it was like a rusty, gingery colour. So looked a bit like Mick Hucknall, to be fair. So we called it Simply Red. It's great. So it lives in the shed at the bottom of the garden. So we hooked up some Spotify there, played it Simply Red's greatest hits, and we saw it giving him a 2 favourite tracks. Yeah, I know you're there, aren't you? Buddy Too Tight to Mention. Yeah. Peter, you got there, ain't you? Holding back the ears, yeah. Thank you, guys. That's very kind of you. Hey, guys, I was in Huddersfield a couple of months ago watching the City, coming out Huddersfield, a big sign saying, thanks for visiting, safe journey home. I said, that's no problem. I will, yeah. It says, you're now leaving a nuclear-free zone. I thought, shit, I better turn around and go back, What's that bloke in Korea, Jung Jong-gum, in with a dodgy barnet, yeah? If he presses the button, I want to get back there because Huddersfield's not included, is it? Huddersfield, nuclear-free zone. I bet that guy in the Kremlin, Putin, he's absolutely bricking it, isn't he? He's got on his desk, he's got this big red button for nuclear, and he's got the map on the wall of, British postcodes. And he says, boss, you can't, you can bomb Leeds, Sheffield, Chesterfield, Derby, especially Derby, Nottingham. No problem. But you can't bomb Huddersfield. What are you going to do? I guess it's not the first time, is it? That bombs have been postcode related. In the Second World War, the Germans developed the B-52 because they wanted to specially bomb Solihull. They hated Solihull. Solihull is incredibly posh, isn't it? The people there get out of the bath to have a pee, don't they? Can you keep up, please? Yeah, keep up, yeah. I've only got a few minutes. You need to keep up, otherwise I'm going to run over time, yeah? Not only do they get out of the bath to have a pee, the Salvation Army band is called the Salvation Army String Quartet, isn't it? Yeah? So, listen, I was in Dundee, did some travelling a few years ago with my job. I was in Dundee, and the phone rang in my car, and looked at me dial, and oh shit, it said, my wife calling. So in my mind, I had, what's she calling about? And it's never good news, guys. All the married men will know that. It's never good news, it's always bad news. Good news can wait a bit later to later in the evening, can't it? So I thought, oh shit. I was hoping it might say my wife calling. I'd have answered that really quick, to be fair. So, sorry, somebody else's wife. I had a vision that she'd say to me, well, can we make love in a field over the weekend? I said, why? She said, we can write a new novel, 50 Shades of Hay. Can you explain that one? Yeah? You're okay. You got it? Right. Or in my case, 50 Shades of Hay Fever, to be fair. Anyway, back to the call, and she says, what are you doing at the weekend? I was like, I'm going to watch City like I normally do. No, you're not. You're painting the spare room. Obviously, I quickly realised, guys, sometimes married men, you get in a battle you can't win, so you give, well, that's what I said. I'm painting, so no football at the weekend for me. So I was in Dundee, I had no paint. I said, I've got no paint. She said, well, go and get some. The trouble with women, they've always got the right answer, haven't they? Always got the right answer. It's a shocker. It's true in your marriage, sir, isn't it? That's for sure, yeah. Always got the right answer. Go and get some paint. So I happened to be in Dundee, so I drove around for a bit. I found plenty of cake in Dundee, but there's no paint. Okay, so I said to this lady in slow, loud English, that for any foreigner, we're in Scotland, obviously, yeah. And I said, is there a B&Q in Dundee? She says, no. There's 2 D's and 2 E's, though. Hey, that's a clean one, isn't it? That's a clean one. A few years ago, I went out with a girl, and it became apparent she had dyslexia. I didn't have a clue what dyslexia was when I was that age. It quickly became apparent we were invited to a toga party. So I went to get my costume. I needed a bit less material in them days, but I looked great. My body was showing, and I looked great for the toga party. I went to pick her up 8 o'clock at her house, and she came out and dressed as a goat. I thought, hang on, it's a toga party. Dressed as a goat. Thank you. I've got to be careful with this next one. That night she tried to cook my sock. That wasn't a particularly good meal. Cooked sock with the black bits from between my toes, served with coq au vin, yeah. I bet Nando's don't do that, do they, eh? We're going to Nando's a bit later, making the breast of a bad situation, we are. About that time, I played quite a bit of cricket. Rothley CC. So I played forward to a straight delivery, got the edge of the bat, straight into my bread basket. Shit, all my colleagues are on the floor laughing. It's unbelievable, isn't it? When you have misfortune, all your colleagues start laughing. I can't believe that at all. Anyway, long story short, I had to go for some surgery. I was on the surgery slab, and the surgeon said to me, you got any requests? I said, yeah, I got 2. I said, one is, can you make sure I wake up? He said, well, that's extra. Okay, fair enough. I said, second one, look, can you take away the pain? But really, I need to keep the swelling. Okay, really handy, because about that time I went for a couple of weeks in a nudist colony, really handy. So I decided to call my new weapon, my large bulbous weapon, or LBW for short. So I took my LBW took it to a nudist colony. I was the most popular guy there by a mile, because they used to send me for breakfast. I'd come back for breakfast with a big tub of coffee in each hand. I could still carry 12 donuts. It was great. Slipping a bit, because one day I could manage 13. It was great. Especially that little pink one. It was a really big tray, though, to be fair. You lot are absolutely shocking, aren't you? Okay, where do we go from here? Right. Thank you. That's very kind. The trouble is, I've got the microphone, all right? Anyway, I've reached a certain landmark age in the last few weeks, so I'm now getting emails from Saga, which is a very interesting organisation. So they're giving me discounts on Horlicks and rocking chairs and all that sort of stuff. Yeah? And the guy keeps ringing up saying, Stan, a stair lift. He's like, can I come round and give you a quote for a stair lift? Can you? If you, well, he's happy to come round, but I live in a bungalow and I haven't got the heart to tell him, you know. I clicked on this link and it said, packet of 3 offer. Oh, bizarre, packet of 3. So I clicked on it, I thought I might have a chance. It was 3 thermal vests. Now, doing the amount of travelling I do sometimes, you go to, spend a lot of time in forecourts and you see forecourt promotions, don't you? You know, a telescope for $1.99 I can see the moon. Oh, yeah, all right, yeah. Anyway, this particular time, 5 years ago, it was Olympics and special condom promotion. Okay, all right. So it's a pack of 6 for the price of 4. So I bought a pack of 6. I've got 5 left. That's 5 years ago. I'm a bit like Father Christmas. I only come once a year, which is great, isn't it? Thank you. And there are 4 different types of promotion: gold, silver, bronze, and in Britain's case, did not qualify, it has to be said, yeah? So I got home that night and said to my wife, I said, I got this condom promotion. She said, which did you buy? I said, well, I'm a classy guy, obviously. Bought the gold. She said, it would have done you really, really good. It'd be nice for you to come second for a change if you bought silver. Peter, you're very kind. Thanks for helping me out. You're very kind. Yeah. Okay, listen, my time is nearly run out. I've got tons more for you, but time has run out, I'm afraid. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to be part of this process. Catherine, wherever you, I can't see you, you're lovely. Thank you, I love you. Thanks to the Riders players for coming out. I'll just leave you with one thought. You know, once you get to a certain age, you worry about all sorts of stuff, don't you? I worry about losing my identity. I worry about being scammed. I worry about being burgled. I'm actually worried about falling off the stage because it's quite high. I'm worried about being mobbed when I leave here. I'm worried about losing my hair, sir. No offence. Yeah. No offence at all. I worry about all sorts of stuff. So I'm spending a lot of time with my insurance broker. She's been really, really kind to me. Really good. I've actually got her on speed dial. She's number 2 on speed dial. Number 1, yeah, you guessed it, Darla Pizza's on my speed dial, yeah. Thank you. Anyway, so spending a lot of time with my insurance, I get a cover for just about everything. You know, I'm worried that I've not got PPI. I'm worried about that. I've not had a car accident. Some guy keeps ringing me up saying, you've had an accident. I haven't. In a minute, he'll have one if he keeps ringing me up. Anyway, so she's been really, really good to me. So I've got this ticket for a concert. You know, bear in mind sad events of Manchester quite recently. I thought I better need some cover if anything happens to me. My lovely family, my granddaughter will need to have some security. So she said, who's performing? And I said, Robbie Williams. And through it all, she offered me protection. Good night.
She offers me protection, a lot of love and affection.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Davidson. Fantastic. Ian did a great job, didn't he? And that was a preview of his Leicester Comedy Festival hour-long show.